Right, thank you.
Keith, Wagalong, the idea of a dog walking service for time-poor, cash-rich people in the Craven area, backed into an earning and learning opportunity for adults with a variety of disabilities. Liked your presentation, Keith. Thought it was very strong. The information that you gave us about the numbers, the figures, we thought was well thought out. I guess there is some concern that this is a project from a much larger group, and the Avalon Group, with a turnover of 5.5 million and employing 300 people. We wondered how much really this was a full cost recovery social enterprise model. There was some concern about the pricing. We felt that 850 was probably a bit steep, but nonetheless a really interesting idea, and clearly providing both a valuable service for the clients but also for the workforce that you're assembling. Some question marks in my mind about the business model in terms of the amount of money earned from charging the dog owners and the money that you're getting from social services and other people to do this supportive work. But great project.
Thanks, Steph. Steph has brought to us today a vegan and veggie lifestyle cafe for the ex-mining village of Baden. I think that's a fair summary of it. It's part of a holistic development with therapists and training and volunteer work and captive audience. If you want a massage, you have to buy a cup of her excellent coffee. Seems to be the outstanding coffee. I stand corrected. It's a great idea. It's always a good idea to put an add-on into something where you do have a captive audience and people are more likely to buy if they're already there, especially if you pinch their shoes. Couple of questions. I mean, that we had in our mind. There was sort of the, whether there was actually the demand in your sort of locality for the sort of the high lifestyle, trendy cafe culture. And also a little bit of concern about the fact that sometimes it's easier to build a great food retail around a great chef as opposed to try and bring a great chef into a great idea. Sometimes it needs to be the other way around. And sort of some pretty ambitious sort of footfall totals for the first year, about 20,000 people through the front door. Pity you're only going to get them to spend £2. If they could get them to spend a £5 each, you'd be off to an absolutely fantastic start, but we understand the need to build up. We thought it was a really interesting idea. We think it's quite challenging, as a lot of community cafes are, but building something into an overall package is a fantastic way to start a business.
Adrian, you took some time getting to the point, didn't you?
How would you do it in 5 minutes?
You want to buy an old quarry and you want to shove a load of Asbo kids in there. and you want to upset the local residents whose property values will plummet as a consequence of this. We're all for it, actually, aren't we? We were pleased with the comments that you made about the social outcomes. We thought that the organisation has a very good handle on that. It was a shame that the actual project they wanted the money for only had a few moments of the presentation. We were surprised at the financials. You said that you were turning over $250,000, and of that you were making 70,000 net profit. That's great, fantastic. And clearly if that's the way that the business is going, then it's clearly going to be a very good business in the future. You clearly have got a handle on the issues of sustainability. I really just wonder whether there is sufficient drive and enthusiasm to take a project of this magnitude and really get it delivered. But anyway, all in all, pretty good.
And the last bit of feedback, we go back to Hugh.
Paul, Kia Doro and Dewsbury. You've rented an old department store and are trying to build an alternative retail offer there, linked to local trading, creative industries, and focusing on the local multipliers. Great idea. We think that there are possibilities for niche retail offerings, and so creative thinking behind it. Somewhat concerned by your relatively high fixed cost, you're paying quite a whack in rental terms for the building that you've got, and wondered whether indeed to attract start-up businesses you weren't actually pricing too high. Like the ambition, but really felt that sometimes that the business idea wasn't sufficiently well developed yet in order for us to really see how an investment of this size might make a difference.
Okay, thank you. And I guess the moment has come, so I better stand up for this bit. It's always really difficult doing this part, actually. It's nice. It's nice to make somebody's dream come true for a short while, but it also means that you have to, if you like, put somebody else's dreams on hold for a little while. We've had a quick but heated debate out on the balcony overlooking the racecourse. We sort of fought it out, as Dragons do, sort of tooth and nail in their own individual corners. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and although there were 4 fantastic presentations, I'm really pleased to announce that, and I have my real money here, despite the fact... and I have all of my real money here, despite the fact that we challenged it. This is going to go to Adrian at Pit Stop.